now let us go to the next lesson, namely surface chemistry. Okay, so surface chemistry, let us see the first question. The coagulation values of the different electrolytes used for the coagulation of As2S3 in millimoles per liter are as follows. First is NaCl 52 and BaCl2 0.89. Okay, and MgSO4 is 0.22. What is the correct order of their coagulating power? What is the correct order of their coagulating power? Okay, so this is the question. So we have the As2S3. As2S3 is the colloid. This colloid of As2S3 is coagulated using three different electrolytes, namely NaCl, BaCl2, MgSO4. Okay, these are the three electrolytes which are used in the coagulation of As2S3, arsenic sulfide. And their coagulation values are given 52, 0.89 and 0.22. So we have to arrange them in the order of the increasing coagulation powers. Okay, so how it will be? And if you have gone through the relevant concept or relevant text regarding this, what is the correlation between the coagulation value and the coagulation value and coagulation power? So the values, if they are more, then more amount of NaCl is required for coagulation. Okay, if the values of coagulation are more amount of NaCl is required for, that is, it mean to be 52 millimoles per liter of NaCl is required for coagulation of 1 mole of NaS2S3. Whereas with BaCl2, 0.89 millimoles per liter are sufficient, and with MgSO4, 0.22 millimoles per liter are sufficient. Okay, so the order, the thing is the coagulation power. Okay, coagulation power is inversely proportional to the coagulation values. Is inversely proportional to the coagulation values. Means what? More the coagulation value, less will be the coagulation power. Means what? More number of millimoles of such electrolyte are needed for coagulation. So now coagulation power is inversely proportional to values. Values are in the ratio of 52 is 52.89 and 0.22. So the power will be in the other ratio, the inverse ratio, that is MgSO4, which is the least, will have the highest coagulation power. Then followed by BaCl2, which is having 0.89, and this is followed by NaCl. Okay. So we have to know the concept, or we have to know the text, that coagulation power and coagulation values are inversely proportional. If more millimoles of an electrolyte is required for coagulation, the power of this is naturally less. Otherwise, why we should spend, or why we should have such so many millimoles per liter? Okay, hope you understood this. Okay, let us go to the next question, namely this position of non-polar and polar parts in a micelle. Okay, in a micelle. So what will be the position of non-polar? Is it that non-polar will be inside and polar will be outside, or polar will be inside and non-polar will be outside? All those things. These are the choices. The choices are polar at the outer surface and non-polar at the inner surface. Polar in the inner, choice B is polar in the inner surface but non-polar at the outer face. And choice C is distributed all over the surface. And choice D is present only in the surface. So we have to find out what is the one. So we know about, see, this basically is an important step in the role of a detergent. Okay. So if you take any detergent, or for that matter any soap or any soap substance, soaps we know that it is a it contains both a polar as well as non-polar part. So that is, one is lyophilic and lyophobic parts. Okay. So any soap will have both lyophilic as well as lyophobic part. And lyophilic part means, lyophilic as the name itself suggests, is fat loving. It is fat hating, isn't it? Okay. So fat loving substances are generally non-polar, and fat hating substances are polar. Why do we say that? So actually the soap doesn't work in isolation. Soap works only in water. So, okay, water is a polar solvent. Okay, water is a polar solvent. So for this, when the water is a polar thing, but then generally polar, unless this has some portion which is a polar portion, the soap cannot dissolve in water, isn't it? So the soap or a detergent cannot. So you should have a soap should have both a polar as well as non-polar. Okay. Then what it comes to, what is the purpose of adding a soap or for that matter a detergent? Is to remove the dirt. And dirt is generally what is a fat. It is a grease or an oil, generally oil or this thing. So because of our movement, the dust particles get accumulated on this thing through a oil portion. Okay. So because of this only, it is not, the dirt is not going away. So dirt is an oily substance. So when it want to remove the dirt, you should have some substance which is fat loving substance. So to remove that dirt, that is the oil. But then unless this thing, the dress is or whatever is the fabric is drenched in water or soaked in water, which is a polar substance, the required soap or the detergent has to dissolve in the solar substance, in the polar substance, then only it can go and attack the lyophilic, that is fat which is there, the dust which is there in the fabric. So both it will have fat loving, fat hating, non-polar and polar. So what happens when you add the thing, the polar should be, when at the time of rinsing or at the time of adding a detergent to the thing, the polar portion should be inside. and the lyophilic or non-polar substance should be outside. Okay, because to dissolve at the time of rinsing, at the time of adding the detergent, so this should be polar should be inside and non-polar should be outside. Please understand this very clearly. At the time of applying the detergent, or a soap, the polar portion has to be inside and non-polar outside, so that it dissolves in water. Okay. So for the whole detergent or the soap to dissolve in water, polar substance should be there inside. That has to come in contact with the water, and the non-polar should be outside. So once this is absorbed into, the detergent is absorbed into the well of the solvent, that is water, what happens? It has to go and sit on the fabric. Once it sits on the fabric, what should be there? There should be a lyophilic portion or a non-polar substance which should touch the dust or the dirt. Otherwise, the dirt cannot be removed. So at that time, what happens? The reverse of this happens, so that a micelle is formed, and the micelle contains what? Non-polar non-polar fat loving, that is lyophilic part in the inside and polar part at the outside. So during micelle formation, so this should be like this. So then unless it is like this, the dirt and the lyophilic during the micelle formation, this is at the time of applying detergent. Then during the micelle formation, the non-polar or the fat loving part should be in the inside. We can take it as B inside. Will be inside and polar part at the outside. So what is the question? The question is, so position of non-polar and polar parts in the micelle. So polar part is on the outside and non-polar part is in the inside. Hope you are able to understand. So this explains the concept of soap and detergents, and it also explains the concept of the micelle.